Hello everyone. In this episode, I will tell you about top 10 command line interface commands that every open source beginner must know. We know that especially those who are new to open source suffer a lot initially, and I've also known that people generally participate in open source contribution programs just to get certificate. But let me tell you one thing. The command line interface environment is made different. Control C and Control plus V have different meanings in this environment particularly. You can't copy paste like that you do in your JE or NEET examinations or college or university examinations for that matter. Let me start with the first one. After forking repo, you must import or clone your repo to your local machine. For that, you need to type git clone and the complete link of the repo, the original repo which you had forked into your account. So the link would comprise your username. The username here is same as your GitHub username, and after the slash, the repo name would be the same as you have forked. Next thing first, after this, you should never mess with main. By the term main, I am telling about main branch. So you should create your own branch so that you do not suffer from other issues. And to be honest, no one allows you to directly commit changes in your main branch as far as open source contribution competitions are concerned. The very first command, which is git branch feature slash login dash page, is responsible for creating another branch of the same repository. It helps you to change or commit change whatever you want to do with the coding stuff, and it does not affect the main branch, and that's a good point. So you should always keep in mind whenever you are going to participate in any of the open source contribution competition or programs such as Google Script Summer of Code or Google Summer of Code or any other open source contribution program, you should create a branch first. So these two steps are for creating a branch. First step is actually for creating a branch, and the second one is for switching it. So once you have created, then you will need to switch onto the same branch, the one which you have created, so that you can start working on this. I have written these two lines, but these two lines can also be merged, and there is another command which you can type so that you can just create a branch and switch it in just one shot. But I have just for the sake of new beginners not created the one, so that is why I have created these two separately. It will work. Now there comes important thing, which is your your changes, your commit and message. And to be honest, these three commands are related to pushing your code to the GitHub repository. Suppose you have changed the stuff. Let's say you have added some UI theme or just changed some code to a new. Suppose you have added a new navigation bar or added some theme in the across pages or whatever. Then you should type git add space dot in order to save it, and then you will type a commit message, suitable commit message using the command git space commit space minus m and the actual message within the inverted comma. So here it is written edit feature X. Suppose you have enhanced its UI, so you will write enhanced UI or user interface. So this message serves as a reminder for you. Suppose you are gonna make changes in future, then you will easily get to know that what changes have I done or I have done in the same repository. One thing to note that you also get to know about the changes in the GitHub itself. In the GitHub, you can actually see what changes you have made so far. There is a left column and there is a right column. In right column, changes are shown, and in the left column, just the original code is shown. But as of now, we are only discussing about these commands, the top 10 commands which every open source beginner must know. So the another command which any open source beginner must know is git push origin feature dash branch. I mean to say, if you do not type this command, then your GitHub repository would not be updated with the updated code. So you must type this. Let us have a quick look on another command, which is git remote add upstream and the URL. So what does it do? Suppose there is a changes in, listen to me very carefully. Suppose there are changes in the main repository of the project, of someone else's project you are working on, and then you find that the repository content keeps on changing. But since you do not actually type this command, so whatever changes take place in the main branch, it won't get reflected in the branch that you have made. So this is essential part. If you want to avoid merge conflicts, then you must type this command. It is always better to take precautionary steps rather than making or wasting days making changes. That is why this command is necessary. So the final three commands which are still left to be discussed are these. I will discuss them one by one. Let me start with the first, which is git config space dash dash global user dot name your name. So if you are wondering what it actually does, let me tell you one thing. When you are setting up your VS Studio Code for the very first time and you are linking your you try to link your GitHub with it, and when you try to push it or commit the changes, then this thing appears in the terminal as an error. So if you have not added your username and your name, whatever basically username, then you must type in the terminal like this will actually link your GitHub with the VS Studio Code. In some sense it will allow VS Code to actually push changes to your GitHub repository. It works as a authorization command, to be honest. And in the email you should use the email ID which is used for your GitHub account, unless and until you do not want to keep it secret or personal. There are other methods in via which you are not required to enter your own email ID. Rather, you can easily change the email ID, but those are different method and I am not gonna discuss it over here. The last one is git init. This is something which is helpful especially for those who want to deploy their project. I think this is one of the most commonly used command, because many people are there who actually deploy their project on Vercel or Netlify, and they try to firstly uh, transfer all the packages to the GitHub repository. So this way they do git init. This is essentially not much needful for the open source beginner, but I still mentioned it because it has its own advantages. Further, it is also written that it is useful if you are starting from scratch. It initializes the GitHub repository in your local folder. So these were all the top 10 command line interface command, and I have made this video especially for the girl script of code, but the matter is not just confined to this program only. You can apply this knowledge in more competitions or programs. I mostly mm, push videos regarding scholarship on my channel. Let's see that I am also saying in the command line interface language rather than uploading. I am saying push, but I upload videos mostly for the scholarship purpose on my YouTube channel named Aage Hamesha. But this time I have made some videos for the girl script summer of code, so that beginners can easily get to know the essence of open source contribution. Okay.